Get
This
that out of the way.
conference will now be recorded.
All right, very good. All right, so listen, thank you all for showing up. The Lord willing, those of you online are able to see the screen. If you're not able to see the screen, I am sorry. Hopefully this dumb thing is recording, but just not showing me the preview screen. That's my hope and my prayer, okay? So I just hope that all goes well. If I may just share a little bit of conference call etiquette. Mute your phone line if you don't mind. And if you don't know if you are muted or if you are unmuted for whatever reason, please don't eat, use the bathroom, yell at the children, or, answer the door, answer another phone call, or talk bad about the call host. All right. I want to welcome anyone that is a first-time meeting leader to today's call. So glad to have you on board with Networking Today. We try to make this call quick, and hopefully it will be just that. We have so much to cover that believe me, guys, believe me, I do try to make it quick, and sometimes that works really well, and sometimes it doesn't. But again, if you don't know if you're muted or not, please go ahead and mute your line, if you will. Now, each and every week we do talk about servant leadership. Guys, on the last call, I ran through all of the set of practices that we had the last time, and I think my good friend Dano is unmuted for some reason. Dano, I'm going to try my best to mute your line here. I don't know why, it says that you're muted, but anyhow. Anyway, Dano, I think for some reason it's not allowing me to mute you. If you would just make sure your phone line's muted, that'd be great. All right, so we ran through all these set of practices that we can put into play, and really, look, each and every time we have this call, I throw these things up here as a way to try to encourage and a way to try to inspire with different words that I think are characteristics and practices that we as meeting leaders should put into place. And so all I'm doing is throwing these up here once again very quickly, not to be redundant. And I'm not going to read them all like I did the last time. But I wanted to put them up there again just in case someone missed the last call. And this way, if you watch the video on the Meeting Leader Resources page, you will see that that we have quite a long list of things that we have been talking about over the course of the last, 8 months, probably, describing characteristics that according to the Center for Servant Leadership considers practices that make a good leader. You can agree or you can disagree, but I think if you took a look at these words and you looked at the opposite of these words, then I don't know what kind of person would want to be a meeting leader if you had the opposite of these words. In other words, starting from the bottom and moving backwards, I'm just going to name a couple. What if you were not dependable? What if no one could depend on you? And instead of being understanding, you were significantly not understanding. You were not an understanding person. Instead of being driven, you just let, the inmates run the asylum, so to speak. Instead of you driving and I don't know if that describes what a leader is. Humility, coaching, all of these things, the ability to delegate. Think about this word positive, being positive. A negative person, I don't think would make a great networking meeting leader. A negative person might make a great leader for, some organization that is negative, but we want networking to be a positive experience, right? Think about the word thankful, or, man, I could just come up with so many of these words. What if you were unthankful? What if you were undisciplined? What if you were not authentic? All of these things, each one of these words describes what I believe makes a tremendous meeting leader at Networking Today. And so I'm so happy that each and every one of you have chosen Networking Today as your organization where, you're choosing to do your networking. But I do believe that each one of these characteristics ought to be characteristics and practices that we put into place that define us at Networking Today. So I just wanted to recap that and ask you to go back and look at this screen later on. Look at these words. Think about each one of these words. Think about these words and ask yourself if it defines you. And if not, maybe take a look at your meeting, your membership. Take a look at the growth or maybe the not so good growth. Look at these things and see where you can use some of these words and think consciously about them through the week, but especially through your meeting. That are you speaking healing? Are you empathetic? Are you listening to others? Are you thankful that they're there? Do you have integrity? All of these things. Are you a community builder? Are you a coach helping others think about their one-to-ones, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera? All of these things play a role in being a great networking meeting leader. Whether you are a networking leader at Networking Today or BNI or anywhere else, I believe these are words that should define the character of the person standing at the head of the room leading the meeting. Guys, I wanted to talk about the new member incentive program real quick. So the new member incentive program gift cards were supposed to go out in the middle of July. Okay, my deepest apologies. We're running behind in calculating some of them. We've had a bunch of changes. And so we're running a little bit behind, but we're committed to get those out before August the 15th. So hang tight with me. We'll get those out and get caught up. I know it's only $50, but still, people depend on them. We're committed to doing it, and we're just running behind. We've had a lot of changes in management and different things. I'm not trying to make excuses. I just want you to know, if you have any members asking about the new member incentive program gift cards, let them know they are on the way. We know that they're due, and I just wanted you to know that we're running a little bit behind. My apologies, but we're trying to get back on track with that. And we've got the budget. It's not that. Don't let that concern you whatsoever. It's just getting to it and then running all the numbers. I would just like to remind you, it is a manual process. We manually go through and update all of this, okay? And so I just want to make sure that all of you guys are aware of how that works. Because it is manual, right? Because it is manual, it takes quite a bit of work. And I'm not whining at all. I'm not. But I do want you guys to know that that the reason why it can take some time is because, well, it's all like I say, done manually. All right. So all right. That being said, no, without any further ado, I'm going to go ahead and move on. All right. We have the Share the Kool-Aid contest, and many are taking advantage of this. We have seen a huge spike in attendance, and we've seen a huge spike in new members. And I thank you all for all that you're doing. And I thank those of you that are getting excited about the Share the Kool-Aid contest. And I hope that you are enjoying it, making it fun. If I'm not mistaken, I think Lynette up in Michigan, kudos to her, because I think her group even had a Share the Kool-Aid party or something of that nature. So kudos for that. But please make sure to be ready for that. Here's the thing. It's going to be over at August the 16th. So if you've not been pushing it already, you're very quickly running out of time. We've been running it for, I think it will have run for a total of 7 weeks. And so this is just an opportunity for all of us to capitalize on getting excited, encouraging our members to share what we're doing at Networking Today, and invite others to be a part. All right. So I wanted to share that. I do want to remind you guys to get excited about the Thanksgiving. Okay. the Thanksgiving meal is going to be coming faster than you think. And just like to share the Kool-Aid, it's almost over. And so if you're going to begin, if you're thinking in your area that you're going to have a Thanksgiving luncheon with everyone, you really need to think about getting started with promoting it, organizing it, probably right now, because you've only got till the November 21st, which is about 14 to 15 weeks, which is only 14 meetings. 14 weeks seems like forever from now, but 14 meetings doesn't seem like that many. And if you have one meeting a week, think about that. That doesn't really give you much time whatsoever to plan for making sure that you are ready for the Thanksgiving. I encourage this. Focus on being thankful for your meetings, thankful for your members, thankful for each other, thankful for the business that you've done all year, thankful for the revenue you have, thankful for the family you have, and really place an emphasis on being thankful. And you can do it by having the Thanksgiving luncheon. Not only your meeting, but all of the meetings in your given area. If you're in Indy, St. Louis, Nashville, Knoxville, Springfield, all of these areas over in Savannah, Georgia, where we've got, Cleveland, where we've got these multiple meetings, up in Michigan. Guys, look, all band together with the other meeting leaders, all come together and have one meeting of that week. All one unified Networking Today meeting. It's powerful. Believe me, start planning for it today. I just really want to encourage you to do that and ask you to focus on this. Look, you know what? People say to me all the time, boy, Rich, I wish we did things outside of Networking Today beyond just networking. This is a fantastic networking opportunity, but it is also a fantastic way to meet other people, to greet other people that are in other meetings, other Networking Today meetings. Not only that, guys, name a charity, get behind a charity, promote a charity, do a fundraiser for the charity, so that if your meal is $11 or $12 a head, make the ticket price $30 or $40 a head. Ask people to give liberally, and raise some funds for a local charity. I think you'll really find this very rewarding. And I want to encourage every single meeting leader to do this. Now, you know what, guys, here's part of the thing, right? People say to me all the time, Rich, if Networking Today is going to be the same, if you're going to have all these meetings across the country, then you need to think about making things mandatory. You need to think about making certain things mandatory so that every Networking Today experience is the same, like we're at McDonald's or something. Well, we're sort of like a McDonald's in that regard, that when people come, they need to have a similar experience. That's true. But your meeting has your members and takes on your personality. And so we're more like, I always refer to it more like a Baptist church, where you as the quote, and I'm using my air quotes here, where you as the quote pastor, so to speak, lead your congregation your way. Your congregation goes to your church. My congregation comes to my church, so to speak. Again, at the risk of being redundant, we're not talking church, we're talking networking. But similarly, so when they go to, Pastor, Sharon Kaywood's meeting, okay, they get her style of the way that she runs her meeting. When they come to Pastor Rich's meeting, they get Rich's style of the way I run my meeting. And so we give that autonomy, and we're not as strict as BNI. We're not as structured. Do we have meeting structure? Absolutely. But we give you autonomy to do certain things in your meeting your own way. The reason why I so strongly encourage this event, as well as the next Memorial Day barbecue and the next NTI birthday party, is because it is good for your meeting. It is good for your meeting. Believe me, do these things. If you will do these things, you will see the good that comes out of it for your community, for the charity, for your members, and how it becomes the glue. It becomes the stickiness that you want to bind and hold your members together and build unity among your members in a faithful networking group that will last for years and years and years here at Networking Today. So I just really stress this because you've got to start planning for it now, or you're not going to have enough time to do it later, okay? So you can ask anyone in my meeting, and they'll begin to tell you how Rich is already starting to talk about Thanksgiving. And I am, because we got to start talking about it and getting people thinking about what we're going to be doing. All right, no further ado, I'm going to move on. I just wanted to remind you guys that we're going to have a Networking Today International Year-End Contest. If you're not participating in the Share the Kool-Aid contest, don't worry. We'll have a big one coming up during the Thanksgiving push. It'll run probably the middle of September through the end of October, to be announced at our Thanksgiving event, November the 21st. So check that out, guys. Listen to that. So we've had the Share the Kool-Aid contest. It's going to take us right up to the middle of August. Then about the middle of September, we need to do our year-end contest, because that'll take us to the end of October. And then, boom, we're into November. This is how fast time is moving. But just get ready for it. We're going to do another big push for the end of the year to help all of our membership. But just want to bring that to everybody's attention. Now, I got to talk about some membership housekeeping. Please take a pen, a pencil, a piece of paper, write a couple of things down here, guys. I got to share some things with you that are really important, all right? This is membership housekeeping I need to talk to you meeting leaders about. Now, listen, when I talk to members, it is different than when I talk to meeting leaders. When I talk to meeting leaders, I kind of look at it like I'm having a conversation with my spouse. My wife and I co-lead our family. There are things my wife and I talk about in private that we don't talk about in front of the children. Okay, so the things that I'm saying in tone and or, words, I still want to be professional and polite and positive and motivating to each one of you. But also there are some adult things that we need to talk about that I need to share with you that I don't mean to be harsh, but there's just some things that are happening at the corporate level that maybe you at the meeting leader level are not familiar with, and I need you to be aware of it, and I need you to know also how it affects the family, how it affects the company. All right, so just think about these couple of things. I mean them just to be housekeeping that we got to talk about, guys. All right, so number one, membership is auto-recurring at all levels. Okay, if you go to the website, guys, if you've not been to the website because you're a meeting leader and you didn't join like all of your members joined, maybe I added you in your membership, maybe you signed up on the free membership page because that's what it's there for, is for you. But if you're not familiar with it, go to joinnti.com. joinnti.com. Look at the membership levels, the annual corporate, the annual membership, or the monthly membership. Each one states clearly that it automatically renews unless otherwise canceled or advised beforehand. We do not have a contract at Networking Today. There's no contract, right? Somebody can join and they can unjoin if they're not happy. Frankly, if they're not happy, even if we did have a contract, they're probably not coming back anyway, so no big deal. So that's why we don't have a contract. If they want to leave, let them leave. If they want to network elsewhere, or maybe networking flat out just is not for them, either way, it doesn't matter. But when someone wants to cancel, we have no problem with them canceling. But I am getting a lot of complaints recently from members who intended to cancel, or maybe have not been coming for, maybe they paid annually, right? And they've not been coming to your meeting for 4 months, all right? And they think that they just quit because they're not going to show up. That somehow corporate knows that they stopped showing up to a meeting in St. Louis, okay? We don't know. We don't have an attendance record. And by the way, even if we did have an attendance record, attendance records are held at a local chapter level, even if we did have them. There is no way for us at corporate to know if a member is attending or not. I literally had a member say, hey, I did not authorize, I have it in text proof. I can show each and every one of you. I did not authorize you to renew my membership at Networking Today. You had no right to recharge my card. Please refund my money immediately. Followed immediately by, I haven't even been in 4 months. Well, I replied very politely, very respectfully, and very professionally, but said there would be no way for us at corporate to know that they had not been coming, that we certainly apologize, but there is a cancel my membership tab on the website. And that the website also clearly says that it automatically renews. Is it not obvious that we have a membership site, that the membership does not assume cancellation the next month, the next year? It assumes ongoing membership unless otherwise notified. Okay? To me, this just makes a world of sense. Please communicate with your members, or should you get any member that reaches out to you to complain about an auto recurring charge for monthly or annual, that to me, it is an absolute no-brainer that their membership is going to automatically renew, especially when it says it right in the membership language when they join. Okay? So please help with that piece of it. I don't know why this is so shocking to people. I honestly don't. Any membership that I have, whether it's to Google, GoDaddy, whatever it is, it automatically renews each and every time. Look, our mobile app, the Networking Today mobile app, runs on an app platform that we pay for annual. It's an annual subscription. The annual subscription for our app platform costs less than monthly. So I paid annually to save money. I had the budget. I paid annually. I saved the money. And I assume if I want to keep our mobile app running, that 1 year from now, it is going to charge again. So I, as a responsible business owner, knowing what I have purchased, went out, I put on my calendar, on my budget, that this fee is going to hit me 1 year later, again, in order to keep my mobile app active. I see it as a courtesy. I see it as a nice thing. However, I know it's going to come. I don't assume that they want to cancel my mobile app 1 year from now if I don't go in and put my new credit card in or put my credit card in again, okay? Now, we've got a lot to cover, so I want to move on, but please help me communicate to our members that all membership levels are auto-renewing unless otherwise canceled or informed. By the way, we are not trying to hurt members. This tone really bothers me. It really affects me when someone says, you had no right to charge my card again, as if the implication seems to be, as I read into it, that we have done some sort of ill doing or wrong by redebiting their card again annually for their membership. Guys, I don't want to feel that way. If they don't want to be members, we have no contract. I don't care. Just cancel your membership. And 9 times out of 10, we refund the membership immediately. However, when we do a refund, it hurts NTI in 4 ways. And I want you guys to know these. Number 1, and most importantly, this means that someone is not attending any longer. What this means is we've had a member leave. When we have a member leave, we have less relationships. When we have less relationships, we have fewer referrals or leads. When we have fewer referrals or leads, we have less revenue. The main thing, the main function in order for networking to work is to have people to network with, right? I mean, to me, this just makes sense. So the number one reason why we don't want people to leave Networking Today or leave your networking chapter is because it reduces the number of relationships that we can have, which reduces our ability to earn revenue and referrals. Okay, that's the number one thing, most important thing. Number two, we have paid merchant fees. All of our members join online. We might have maybe three that we've accepted a check on. And it's a very unusual situation where we make an exception for that to happen. It is the exception, not the rule, for sure. And we don't allow it that much. So 99.95% of every single member that we have at Networking Today pays with a debit card and or a credit card. Well, when they do that, we pay a merchant fee. So when we pay the merchant fee and then a member requests a refund, they expect the refund in full, whether it's $25 or $250. Well, we cannot eat that merchant fee, and we won't eat the merchant fee simply because the member didn't remember to cancel their membership. So number three, it costs administrative time. So when the member texts, hey, text me or sends in an email, whatever, however the communication comes in, and says, hey, I didn't want this charge, or they go to their bank, even worse, and they dispute the charge, that hurts Networking Today even worse, and it hurts my feelings personally, especially when I'm so willing to cancel their membership if that's what they want. But it hurts in administrative time. Our accountant has to take the time to go and if it's a bank dispute, we have to get all the records together to show that we are in the right. And there again, 90% of the time, maybe 95% of the time, we have won the battle and we keep the money. So when the person disputes it at their bank, they don't win. We have all the evidence that shows that what they signed up for, but it costs an administrative time to process a refund. And lastly, it negatively affects our merchant relationship. When we process any refunds, it lowers our scoring with our merchants. Merchants don't like refunds. It's not good. And so it just negatively affects our relationship with our merchants. So we want to limit refunds. If a member wants to cancel, no big deal. Please let them know that if they get a refund, we withdraw, we keep, we send the refund back minus the merchant fee. Okay? We're not going to give them back the merchant fee on top of it. If we have paid the meeting leader is going to get a chargeback. So just so you know, we're going to get that money back if we have paid the meeting leader on that member, and then we had to pay the refund back. Okay. Or if we don't deduct it from the meeting leader, then we're going to deduct it from the money that we're paying back to the member, which isn't good either, because we don't want to tell the members, hey, we're lessening this by the merchant fee and how much we paid your meeting leader. That wouldn't look good. So typically what we do is we charge back the meeting leader just the difference. It's not that big of a deal normally in most cases, but I just want to let you guys know how this works. Okay. Now, does this happen a lot? No, it doesn't. But I need your help as a meeting leader in communicating this to our members, okay? To let them know, to let all of our members know, hey, thanks for joining. Just so you guys know, this is how this works. If you have a member that complains to you, or if there's something in your community that rears its head, this way all meeting leaders have heard the message of how our membership refunds work and that sort of thing. All right, membership works. Okay, all right. Now, we have been talking a lot about Cashback World. Last night, I invited all of the meeting leaders to join me on a call for how this is going to benefit our members. I have the suspicion that many of you may think, and I don't know, I'm reading into this, so please forgive me if I'm wrong, but many of you may think that this is a multi-level marketing, something that NTI is a part of, blah, 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 that we're trying to, get our meeting leaders introduced to or involved in. I am very pro multi-level marketing. Anybody that knows me knows that I like multi-level marketing. I think it is a great business model. However, that is not the case with Cashback World. Cashback World is a platform where if you go to your app and you download the app, which I want to ask you to use the slide, use the QR code that I've been showing you guys each and every week. Please use that QR code because when you download the app, it does benefit Networking Today. But we will be migrating 100% of our members into the Cashback World system. The reason why we're doing that is because when they then go to Cashback World and create their profile, they will start receiving 2% cash back for their NTI membership. And this can be an incentive that you can use as the meeting leader to attract new members as well. But there is a way that if you're going to do this, and I'm asking you to do it, so if you're going to do this, you too can capitalize on the benefit of them joining and then them going to Papa John's and spending money, or them using the Cashback app, going to Walmart, going to Kroger, going to Home Depot, going to the movies, whatever they spend money on, when they use the Cashback app in order to get cash back, you can get a percentage back as the meeting leader, okay? Now, we're not asking you to go out and build a team. It's nothing like that. But without you coming on, you know what? Last night's call, I'm disappointed to say not one Networking Today member showed up for it. I'm not sure what you guys think we're trying to do, but it is nothing negative. Perhaps Monday night, the first day back at school, maybe that was why. Maybe we just picked the wrong day. And so I'm not scolding you at all. But what I'm trying to say is we've been talking about this a couple of weeks, and you guys have to understand the benefit that this is going to be to you as a meeting leader, but also to our members and also to recruiting other members. No other networking organization on planet Earth is on the Cashback World app. This is an opportunity that we have to capitalize on a platform and promote to potential new members, but also to our existing members, that NTI is the only company giving you cash back and shopping points for your membership. And so I don't know how to stress it more. I have asked Matt Burke to join us. Now, Matt, I am going to unmute your line here, okay? Let's see if I can get Matt's line. Matt, it looks like you are unmuted here. Matt, can you hear me okay? Matt, my friend, are you on the line? All right, Matt, we're having trouble hearing you. You may be muted. All right, guys, we'll come back to Matt here in just a couple of minutes. We're having some technical difficulties here, apparently. Let me see if I can unmute. Matt, are you with me? Hello, Matt. All right. Guys, I apologize. I don't know what the problem is, but here's what I want to say to you guys. Okay, Matt Burke is out of Florida. Matt Burke and Mark Phillips. Mark Phillips is a name you all should be starting to recognize. Mark Phillips joined Networking Today over, I guess it was a year, maybe a little bit more than a year ago. And his upline is this guy, Matt Burke, who I've been introduced to. He's been in Knoxville now a couple of weeks. Matt is also a paying member of Networking Today. He's one of us. He's a paying member. This is something that is going to benefit all of our members, because when you join the Cashback app and you join and you talk to Matt and Mark and you figure out how to join properly, when you promote it to all of your members, when they go shopping and they use the Cashback World app, you get money back as well if you join Cashback in the proper way. Again, I wish you could see me. I wish you all could see me visually. Matt, it sounds like you might be here.
Yeah, you should hear me,
Matt,
no problem. Huh?
Okay. Hey, Matt, how are you?
Fine, thank you. Sorry about that. I had some technical issues, but now you can hear me.
No.
Yeah, so please, Rich, just continue.
Yeah, thank you, Matt. I'll come to you in 1 second. I just wish all of the meeting leaders that are on today's call or that are watching and listening to the recording could see me. My hands are on my knees. I'm bent down. I'm stressing to you. Please hear this message that I don't care whether or not you come in to Cashback World as a promoter, a builder, whatever. You're trying to build your own thing. I get that. I'm saying to you that as we promote Cashback World to all 1,000 of our members and growing, you have the opportunity to benefit as people go out and spend money that they're already spending anyway. Again, Walmart, Uber, if they take an Uber, you have an opportunity to get cash back and cash rewards using the Cashback World app. And that is one of the reasons why Networking Today has invited Cashback World into our world, where we're going to make it very, extremely beneficial to our members. Now, Matt, I probably have not done a really good job of introducing you. We only have a few minutes. Take a minute, Matt, introduce yourself, let everybody know who you are, and talk to us a little bit about Cashback, and then we'll end the call.
Okay, thank you very much, Rich, for the introduction. So I think you guys can see me now, huh? I made my camera available, so probably you should see me. So thank you for inviting me to this meeting. As Rich said, I'm also a member of NTI. I enjoy it. I'm on every event here in Knoxville, and I am responsible for the United States market for the Cashback World. So Cashback World is a company that started 16 years ago in Europe. Today we have over 10,000 full-time employees. We are in 50 countries. We work with over 450,000 businesses worldwide where people can save money. And what we offer is basically a free app to every shopper. You know, everybody who wants to save money have a free app. It's called Cashback app. And you save in average about 25% wherever you shop. And we are talking here about businesses, let's say like gas stations, like BP, ExxonMobil, Shell, and so on. We are talking about buying groceries in Publix, Walmart, Whole Foods, whatever, Kroger Group, and so on, whatever you can imagine, you know, going to vacation, booking your vacation through booking.com, Priceline, and so on. So it's just saving money for everybody, absolutely free. I'm sure you know few people in your life who would like to save 25% on everything that they already spend with a free app. No charge, no social. We don't need social security number from anybody. We don't need your bank account. If you provide your bank account, the profits that you receive will go into your bank account. If you don't provide it, the profits will go on the app and you can just spend that money. So on one side, we are looking for shoppers, and there are probably about 8 billion of them out there. So whoever is a shopper should have the app, save money every time you shop. But I can tell you, everybody has also an opportunity here to get paid when your friends and family are shopping and saving money. Let me just give you an example. Probably most of you have Uber app on your phones, and probably you got it the way that somebody gave it to you. Somebody referred you the app. Why? Because he was saving money on transportation, but he was not paid for it. He just told you about the app because he loves the app, wants you to save money too. The same thing is by us. People refer this free app to their family and friends because they want them to save money. Just the difference by us is you get paid for it. Can you imagine that you get paid when somebody books a vacation with his family, or somebody goes in Walmart and you just get paid, and so on? So this is what we provide. So we are looking for three different kind of people here. We are looking for shoppers. Everybody is a shopper, correct? Who want to save money. So everybody should be willing to save money for free. On the other side, we are looking for, yes.
Matt, let me interrupt you. I'm sorry. I gotta tell everybody, if they're shoppers, the app is free. There is zero cost. Okay. We need everyone to understand that when we move our members into the Cashback World system, they start getting 2% back. When they download the app and create their profile, it costs them nothing. There's no cost to it whatsoever to be a shopper and to use the Cashback World app. The merchants, like Networking Today, like Whole Foods, we pay Cashback World in order for Cashback World to exist and survive. But it is free to those shoppers. Matt, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I just wanted to point that fact out. Go ahead, please.
Absolutely, absolutely. So on other side, you know what? Many of our NTI members are business owners, correct? So all these business owners want, what do they want? What do we want? We want new customers, loyal customers, and increase in sales. And normally we do that the way that we are, advertising to customers. Cashback World offers another options that the business owners don't need to pay for advertising upfront. So basically, we have 14 million customers in this moment who save in average 25%. So they go into businesses who are part of Cashback World. So we offer business owners an opportunity to get new customers, loyal customers, and increase in sales, and pay only if the sale was made. So a very, very simple product for businesses. And we are the only one in the world who offer these businesses to make money when their existing customers are shopping in other stores. And probably somebody on this call is a business owner. And if I could show you that you as a business owner will get paid every single time your existing customer that you already have shops anywhere in the world, you would probably be very interested in it. And, then the third group, which is people like me, who said, you know what, I understand that this makes so much sense. I'm helping so many shoppers. I'm helping so many businesses. And if I can get paid on it, great. So you can create a shopping community, your own shopping community. It's completely free of charge, and get paid every time a purchase is made. And the only one who pays in this entire process are the businesses. And they're glad to pay because they get new and loyal customers. So what I would just like to say on the end, I hope, Rich, that we could do something, maybe create another meeting, online Zoom meeting that would be to really explain everybody the entire program. Of course, not today, but whenever you could create a meeting so I could explain all these leaders the entire program, the entire understanding, so that they will know what we exactly do and how this works. So that would be all from me. I don't want to take too much time from you guys today.
Matt, thank you very much for joining us. Matt, what I would like you to do, please, no doubt there is someone on this call or that will listen to this call later that will want to reach out to you and talk to you. Would you mind putting your phone number out there so that people can contact you?
Yeah, sure. I will text. Should I put it in the?
No. Just go ahead and say. Go ahead and say it now. Yeah, it'll be on the recording.
Yeah, my phone number is 646-662-7303, and I have also put it into the chat. Okay, so 646-662-7303. You can just send me a text message because I'm in the meetings whole day, and I promise I will call you back, and I can send you some videos to learn, or we can do a private Zoom call and explain you the entire program. And if somebody will get interested in the program, I have no problem to come to your area, be on your NTI meeting, and show a little bit more how this works and how everybody benefits. Just one thing that Reed said here: every member of NTI is getting cashback, 2% cashback. But on top of that, they're receiving shopping points. So on your total membership, you're saving about 25% when you redeem these shopping points. So why not? Why wouldn't I save 25%? An average customer from Cashback World spends about $20,000 per year on gas, groceries, vacation, shoes, store, everything. And they save about $5,000 per year for free, no strings attached. Can you imagine that on your hard-earned money that you already spent, let's say $20,000 your family per year, you get $5,000 back just because you have a free app? That's what we are doing. And it's such a big project, such a big company, 16 years on the market. And I don't know if somebody here is a fan of sport events. If somebody knows Formula One, we are the main sponsor of Formula One. We are the main sponsor of MotoGP. We are the main sponsor of over 100 largest sport teams in Europe. We have done $29 billion last year. So it's a huge, huge, huge corporation. And I would really love to show details to everyone. So thank you again. And thank you for inviting me, Rich, and giving me this opportunity.
Matt, thank you for joining us. Matt, it's interesting. I'm going to go ahead and mute your line here again, but it's interesting. I had a couple of meeting leaders text me while Matt was speaking, saying that agreeing with me in the statement that I made, that I think maybe some meeting leaders are perceiving this, that it is that we're trying to invite you or recruit you to a new MLM, and we're not. Let me ask you guys a question. You guys are all entrepreneurs to some regard. Maybe you're a 1099 independent contractor, regardless whether you're the business owner or what, but you are somewhat driven. You're an entrepreneur at some level. I'm going to assume for a moment that you have at least heard of the show Shark Tank, right? Let's take Mark Cuban as an example. Okay, we're going to use Mark Cuban as our example. Do you think that Mark Cuban has only one business that he's involved in? Mark Cuban has made hundreds of partnerships where he took his money and he bought into a business where there's a set of owners. Now, he plays a role in it, certainly, but there's a set of owners. He buys into that business, and then he gets 10%, 20%, 50%, 51%, whatever it is that he negotiated on the Shark Tank, right? And then he has multiple streams of income. Mark Cuban doesn't just rely on his basketball team. Mark Cuban doesn't just rely on his, whatever. Okay? He has it spread out. What I'm saying to you is, you guys have all heard that the richest people in the world have multiple streams of income. So no one on the call, no one. I am totally adamantly against any meeting leader using Networking Today as a bully pulpit to promote your MLM. And I am not doing that myself. I want to make sure and stress this point, because a couple of you have texted me and reassured me that you've reaffirmed my belief that you think that's all we're trying to do. But please hear me that it is not. This is something exceptionally beneficial for our members. It is going to happen with or without you. It is going to happen with or without you. We're putting our members into the Cashback World system free of charge, at no cost. I don't know how to say free or at no cost in many different languages. So no dinero, okay? Not one penny, but so they start getting cash back. If those 1,000 members begin using the Cashback app to go to Kroger, Walmart, gas, shopping, vacation, whatever they use the app for, okay, it benefits Networking Today. It's a line of revenue for Networking Today at no cost to them whatsoever. Okay? Now then, say, well, if something's free, how does someone make money? If you can't have all this free stuff and someone not make money. You're right. The merchants pay for it. Kroger pays for the merchants to get the cash back, not Cashback World. This is not a pyramid scheme. This is not a scam. Kroger pays the bill. Kroger pays Cashback World. Kroger pays the merchant, the shopper. Kroger is the one footing the bill. At Networking Today is giving up the 2% to give back to our members. I'm giving that up in order to reward our members and use it to attract new members. Why would I want to attract new members? For you and for me. For you and for the company. For you and for all of our members. When all of our members, our membership grows, we have more relationships. When we have more relationships, we get more referrals. When we get more referrals, we get more revenue. This is the life cycle of networking. Using Networking Today as the best platform on earth to do your networking through means that when you use the Cashback World app, Networking Today benefits as a business as well. In the same way, when you get more customers, clients, members of your whatever widget you sell, you make more money. So too, when Networking Today grows, Networking Today makes more money. The corporation is more successful. We have more money to do more contests, more money to do more giveaways, more money to pay more bonuses to our leaders, more money to accomplish things that we want to accomplish as an organization globally. Okay? So all I'm saying, we're running out of time. I've only got a few minutes left. I want to strongly encourage everyone in this call to reach out to Mark Phillips or Matt Ferk, F-E-R-K, okay? You can find Phillips or Ferk, okay? We should call them the Ferk and Phillips duo. I like that. You can call Mark Phillips or Matt Ferk. You can find them in the directory. But guys and gals on today's call, this is not anything that we're trying to do to recruit you to our MLM. If you see it as a business opportunity and you see that you want to generate extra revenue from it, great. If you don't, great. It doesn't matter. As a Networking Today meeting leader, all of the members of Networking Today are going to benefit from this. Okay? All right. So I'm going to move on from this, but I wanted to stress this point today because this is happening in the next month or so. We're migrating people into it. I've been announcing it the last couple of calls. So it will not or should not be a surprise to any meeting leader within Networking Today. If it is because you're not on the calls or you're not listening or you're not watching or you're not plugged in somehow, okay? That can be the only reason, okay? Now, this is going to be hugely beneficial to our members. Guys, we got to move on for sake of time. I got just a couple more things to cover. We've covered some really important things. I know that some of you have had concerns because meeting leader support has been slow to respond to you. I am going to work with meeting leader support to be more responsive in giving you a time frame of when they will be able to handle your particular issue and to let you know the time frame and when your issue will be resolved. My apologies. I want all of you to know that meeting leader support is part-time right now. Networking Today is not big enough to demand or really ask for someone to sit there and play on Facebook because they don't have enough to do. So this is a part-time division of Networking Today right now, and that is why someone is not there 24/7, and that is why someone is not there 40 hours a week responding each and every day to your request. It's part-time assistants. They help us out about 1 day a week, and they answer all of the needs of any of our meeting leaders, okay? Now, that is why sometimes meeting leader support may be slow to respond to you. I'm sorry if you didn't know that. I don't think I've shared that in the past, but most of what we do does not require immediate fire, the barn's on fire attention. Most of it, hey, I need a meeting leader change. Hey, I need an address change. Hey, I need my literature updated because I moved meeting locations. Most of that can wait a week to get done. So our meeting leader support, if they're not responding to you as fast as you want them to, know that I'm going to try to work with meeting leader support to see if we can at least have them make contact with you so that at least you know that your issue is important and has been recognized, and give you some sort of time frame as to when we will get it fixed. But if there is something that is urgent, requires urgent attention, and meeting leader support has not responded to you, please reach out to me. My number, my email address, all of it is in the directory. You can reach out to me, and many of you do when it is a time-sensitive issue. The one thing I don't want you to do is to wait 3 weeks and then call me and say, I left a message for meeting leader support 3 weeks ago. They've not contacted me. Okay? Reach out to me. Let me know, if you've not heard from meeting leader support in a week, And if not, then I know that there's a problem to address, all right? And I'll make sure and fix whatever issue it is that you have. To my knowledge, everyone is caught up on their literature. To my knowledge, everyone is caught up on all of the details on Facebook, on the website. It was brought to my attention that Tara Peterson over in St. Louis, her information was outdated in Fanzuma. Don't forget, each one of you meeting leaders have access into Fanzuma. There's a tutorial video on the meeting leader resources page so you can learn everything about it. You don't have to, you can let meeting leader support know, but if you want to edit the autoresponder that people get when we subscribe them, all you got to do is go in and edit it. Okay, now I want you to keep the basic framework that we have there, but edit whatever you need to edit. If your last name has changed, if your phone numbers or emails or business location or anything like that has changed, all you got to do is log in and edit it. If you don't want to fuss with it, email meeting leader support. If they don't respond to you in a timely fashion, let me know. I promise you, it'll get fixed. I promise you, it will get fixed. Okay? Don't let information be wrong out there about you and or your meeting. This goes back to what we were talking about a little bit ago, and this ties all in together, that we want you to have autonomy to run things kind of your way, right? I mean, I say kind of because not everything. We want some structure, but with your personality. So if something needs to be updated, all you got to do is let us know. All right? Okay, moving right along. I just want to harp on that for just a second. Don't forget about new member orientation that is available for everybody. I want to encourage this. I'm encouraging. I'm not telling. I'm encouraging. I wish I could tell. I wish I could make it mandatory that everyone go through new member orientation, because we orient people to how they can improve their networking, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The Networking Today culture. And that's available through the new member orientation. Don't forget, knowledge is power. A lot of what I talked about in today's call comes from this book I'm promoting the last several calls, and that is the E-Myth Revisited. These guys, Michael Gerber has done an amazing job at helping business owners and entrepreneurs wrap their head around how to run their businesses efficiently. And a lot of what I'm saying and doing in my own business is reflected in this book called The E-Myth. I want to encourage all of you to read or listen to this book. That being said, our next call is August the 20th. Please make sure and mark it on your calendar and be ready to be in attendance and be prompt so that we can get started and get finished on time. Confirm that all your information is correct. Let us know if it's not. I'll see you again, ladies and gentlemen, in 2 weeks. Thank you for all you do. God bless each and every one of you. If you need me, don't hesitate to reach out to me and we'll schedule some time. God bless all.